In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to create and customize your professional ePortfolio. Like I said in the introduction video, Squarespace provides you with a variety of templates that you can use to create your ePortfolio. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to use the Bedford template. I'm choosing Bedford because I like some of the large pictures that it offers in the header section, and the original fonts that it provides are also pretty nice. It saves me time going in there and editing everything because the template itself is just pretty awesome. So I'm going to click View Bedford and start with this design. Now I already have an account, so I'm just going to say current, but if this is where you are creating your website for the first time, you would hit New User, or it'll just automatically open the brand new box. Because I already have an account, it sort of skips me through a lot of the steps, but basically if it's your first time, you just had to insert some of your information, and then eventually you'll get to the same place that I'm at. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go through these options here. Personal. I'm just going to use my name. And just like that, Squarespace has set me up with a trial website to get started. This website is available to me for 2 weeks, a full 2 weeks that I can mess around with everything, insert my own content, and see if I like it before I have to pay for it. Before moving on, I'm going to just go over a couple website terms that I'm going to be using throughout this tutorial. These terms will be used as I'm explaining where to put things, what to look at, what to edit, and it'll help you better understand Squarespace as a whole. I'm going to be calling this place your sidebar. Your sidebar is where a lot of your website editing options are going to be. It's sort of like a home base. From here, I can filter through pages that the website gives me. I can edit the nitty-gritty design things from the website. I can look at my website metrics, traffic overview, who's been there. Right now it's a whopping 0. I'm doing great. I can go into settings and see things like my customer information, what social media accounts do I have connected, different settings like that. This whole top area right here, you see the website keeps going, but this entire top area with this giant picture, this is what we're going to call your header. So your website header sits at the head of your website. It's as simple as that. Inside your website header, you have your top navigation menu. Your top navigation menu should act as a directory for the most important things in your website. It contains the most important pages that you want your audience to go to when they go to your website. Down in this section right here, this is your content section. So where all the major content of your website, the things you write, the pictures, different links, that's where it is. It's inside your content section. And right down here, this is your footer. Right now, all they have is powered by Squarespace. Later, you could put your social icons down here, but this is your footer section. In this whole area where we're editing the website, this is what we call our website back end. So you go in your website back end and you edit everything from there. If we want to view what our website looks like live, we're just going to click this little arrow right here, and that is going to give us a picture of what our website looks like when someone goes to johntunger.com or whatever your website is called. If we want to go back to our website back end, you're going to click on that top left arrow again, and it's going to shrink it back down for you. Now let's pick up the pace and start learning how we can edit in the back end of our website. To start, let's go down to our content section, because this is where most of the things your website are going to be. It's most important that we learn how to edit this. The nice thing about Squarespace is a lot of the times it's very intuitive. The way you think that something should be, it probably is like that. So right here when we go in our website backend and hover over our content section, look, there's something that says edit. So we're going to click this edit button. Because this is a demo page that the website created for us, it's saying, do you want this? Do you want to create it? We're just going to use the content they give us because why not? It gives us stuff to work with. After you click that create button, your website should load and the same content is there. Let's click on that edit one more time. And when we're editing the website, it makes it nice and large so we can see what it looks like when it's full screen. And now you see that you kind of have this freedom to move around. You see these little bubbles popping up. I'll explain what those do in just a second. Now you see that your cursor shows up and you have the ability to edit some of this content right here. It's as simple as going in and literally changing some of this content to what you want your stuff to be. So I can go in, I can add to this sentence, whatever I want to say. This is what the content of your ePortfolio will look like. And you could change all that up. Just as if you're working in a word processor, you have all these options here at the top. I can left justify something, bring it back to center. I can highlight something and hyperlink it or bold it, whatever I want to do. Because we're already messing with the text of the website, let's keep messing with the typography settings. As you can see, this is a lot larger than the content right under it. This is because when you click on this text right here, it has a heading 1. Squarespace presets different typefaces to be set in place for your heading 1 or heading 2, 3. This right here, this is the normal text that's right under it. So it already has these typefaces in place so that if I click heading 2, look, it changed the type of font that we have. Heading 3, it's going to be a little bit smaller and it's actually kind of bolded. So Squarespace has already set these typefaces in there for you. At the end of this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to edit those things so you can change what typefaces go with the heading 1, heading 2, or the normal text, however you want to set it, those kind of nitty-gritty details. But for now, you know that this is how you can change the text. Now, say we want to add things to this page. Because you're trying to be original, you probably don't want to leave things just as they are in this template and just change out your words. You want to customize a little bit. So I want to add in a picture here. So these bubbles are going to be your best friend when it comes to editing this page. The bubbles are really how you do everything. So I'm going to go to a bubble and I'm going to click on it. When I click on the bubble, all of a sudden all these options of things that I can insert into the website come up. It's actually very intuitive. Right here it says text if I want to add a quote, if I want to add an image or a video. You could even keep going and I could edit an entire contact form from here. I can do a little thing where people can type in their email to get my newsletter. If I want the business world to know exactly where my office is, maybe I'm even going to put a map on my website so they can see that. Squarespace offers you a ton of options of things just to put into your website, and that's one thing that I really love about it. So right here, let's add an image. I'm going to click image. I'm going to go and kind of follow the directions. I'm going to add an image right here. You just have to find it in your website. Because this is the home page, I'm just going to add a picture of myself here. It quickly loads it up. I'm going to mess with some initial settings. I don't want a caption below it. If I want, I can attach a link to the picture to where someone just clicks on the picture and they go to a certain spot. I just click on that to insert that link. But I'm just going to throw in this picture right here, so I'm going to save. Now, initially, your picture goes in very large, and I do not want my face that big on my website. So I'm going to move some things around. First, I have to look at what's already on this website because I'm going strictly off of the template. This right here, if we click on the bubbles again, these little guys right here that are creating a space that kind of pushes the center text in, that's the spacer right here. But so I don't want this spacer, so I'm gonna hover over it, I'm gonna click it, hold it down, and I'm gonna move it over to this little trash can that's here at the bottom. And boom, all of a sudden you see that things are sort of changing already. Now, to get rid of this giant picture, you're going to want to hover over the picture or item that you want to move, click it, and you're going to drag and drop it to where you want it to go. I'm just going to go so that I can kind of see, I want it right lined up with this text. So see how all these different spaces are aligned. See, if I was to place it there, it's going to go and it's going to put it right under this title, just like that. If I wanted to put it on the side, I'm going to go just like that, right where it is, and boom, my picture is inserted on the side right next to this text. Now you can see I kind of chose this long picture. It doesn't really match up with the text right here. So I kind of want to edit it a little bit so that it all fits. If I want to edit this picture, I'm going to go and I'm going to click edit. I'm going to go right here under the picture and click edit one more time. And here I get some options where I can change the picture if I want to. I'm going to click crop. And I'm just going to get rid of this entire header space right here. You kind of got to mess with it. There, I'm centered if I do it just like that. Click apply. I'm going to save it. And just like that, it is entered into the website. Now sometimes it can kind of act up. It's more because my internet's slow and it kind of looks a little stretched. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to click save. And if I really need to, all you have to do, if this ever happens to you, I'm glad this happened because it's a great example of how to fix it. Don't worry, your face isn't going to be all long. Just click refresh. So I'm going to do Command R and refresh this entire page. Let's scroll back down and you can see that the picture is great and it lines up right there. Now it's still, I'm going to click edit again so I can go and edit into this page. It's still a little long. That could just be because of the picture I chose, but watch what I'm going to do here. I just clicked on the picture and now this tiny little sphere shows up on the bottom. I'm going to click that, hold it down, and I'm actually going to drag the picture up. See there, it cut off too much of my face, so maybe drag it back down. And I like that. Just because I don't like centered text right next to a picture that's right here, I'm going to grab this text, I'm going to click the left justify guy, and boom, it looks just like that. And all of a sudden, this ePortfolio is starting to pan out. But wait, let's just pretend that right here, this is text that's something about me. So I'm just going to, let's just click about me. Pretend that this is some captivating text about who I am. Maybe I'm giving credit to the person that took my picture. Now because this is only a little bit of text, I want to point my audience in a direction where they can go to a page and learn way more about me. So maybe after this, I'm going to create an entire About Me page that says where I'm from, maybe things that I like to do, my professional interests. And right under here, I'm going to click on this little bubble because I want to insert something right under this text right here. So I'm going to click on the bubble, scroll down, and I'm going to insert a button. So press on the button. That button's a little too large for me, so I'm going to make it small. I'm going to align it to the left, and I'm going to click save. And just like that, you have a nice little section where you have a title, your paragraph, even a link, and then a button that takes them to another page on your website. Because I like this section, I'm going to go and I'm going to click save just to make sure I don't lose my work. And now when your website is fully up, the second that you click save, this is a live web page. So you want to make sure if it is live that when you're making edits, they're edits that you like and they're good, because anyone on the internet can find it. So because I want to go into social media marketing, having some videos that show that I've worked with big social media people, or even just kind of have made a splash on that space in general would probably be good. So I'm going to pull up this video. Zach and I have done some work together in the past, and so I'm going to copy this link right here. I'm going to click on edit because I want to edit this web page again. I want to add the video somewhere down here, so I'm going to click on this bubble, click on video. Right here in the video URL, that link that we just copied, we're going to paste it right there. And I'm going to click save. All of a sudden, that video is placed right here. The quality is not the greatest just because this video was originally made for Vine, and obviously this is a lot larger screen than an iPhone. I don't want this picture right here. I'm going to hold it down, drag it over to the trash. That instantly makes this picture snap to be a lot larger because that other picture isn't there holding its place anymore. But I'm just going to hold this video down. I'm just going to drag it in place right there. So all of a sudden now I have this video. Maybe right here I say, social media marketing. Or I'll just say social media, put one of these line guys there. I'll bold it. I'll bold my text, and I'll say Zach King. Because if you're an employer, it's nice to know that you've worked with people that are large on social media so that they can say, wow, this person might have experience in that certain field. If they know anything that Zach does, Zach works with a lot of big brands, so maybe this person could do great in running my social media program. And right over here, we can pretend that this is pointing to my blog. So I'm going to say things I write. And right here, I'm going to get rid of that little text. I'm going to go to my little bubble guy, and I'm going to insert another button. And I'm going to make that button say, read more. At this time, I would go to my blog URL. So when I make a blog page, its own custom URL will be in right here. I'm going to just copy that, and I'm going to throw that into the click URL section when that website or when that web page is done. For now, that web page is not done, and I just kind of want to see what it looks like with the button here. Once again, that medium-sized button is just way too big. And I'm going to click Save. And there we go. I'm going to make this guy button 2 just because, I want it to look consistent. Learn more, small, save. And just like that, we have a pretty nice home page. In fact, I can actually make this guy a little bit better. Remember how I'm showing you that we drag and drop things to move them? Well, look, if you hover right here, you can kind of see that my cursor becomes an arrow. I'm going to get this, hold it down, and I'm going to push it this way. Oh, all of a sudden, yeah, I like that so much better because it actually lines up my text and my picture a little bit more. Maybe I'll even try and shrink this guy just a little bit. I just love even lines. To make that even. So I probably shouldn't do that because it crops me out. If I had more time here, I would recrop the image and make it look great. But for the sake of it, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to insert one more thing to make it a better website. Click on my bubble. Right here they have a line. I'm going to click line. They have another spacer right here. I'm going to get rid of that guy. And just like that, I'm going to click Save. We have our great looking web page.